Hi everyone, my name is Lorna Antwi. It's a privilege to be here today with Phil. I am running for Humber River Black Creek Ward 7. It's such a nice day, beautiful day. You know, Downsview Park is one of my favorite parks to go to. As you can tell, the scenery, the greenery. We need more green space.
Yes,
so
exactly. My name's Phil the
good.
Cruz with Cruising with Phil.
Yes.
We put this down because it's windy all the time, so
Yeah.
Lorna, on her decision, let's leave it down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nice to meet you
Nice
the
to meet
first
you,
time.
Phil. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I love your
appreciate
website. I
it.
love what you're doing. It's your first
Thank
time
you.
running, right?
Yeah, my first time.
So let's talk about your background first.
Yeah.
Are you born in Toronto?
Yeah, so I'm born in Toronto, born and raised in Toronto. I'm Ghanaian, so that's West Africa.
Beautiful country. Yeah, I've been there.
Oh wow, that's amazing. How did you like it?
It was one of my postings. I didn't say. I want to say longer. I think about all the African continents.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Just
Wow.
the people, right?
Yeah, very hospitable.
Yeah. It's just, and the food's never the same. You can't get over here in Toronto.
Yeah.
They say it's the same. They come on in.
Yeah.
I say, you're not the same. I know you're from Ghana. It's not the same. Don't tell me that. I know I've been there.
Yeah.
You know the food. Oh, it's the authentic Ghana food.
Yeah.
I've been there. I know it's not the real thing.
Yeah. And we have Ghana Fest coming up. So
yeah,
if you're
just
free,
gonna mention that. You want to go ahead and mention that? Yeah.
If you're free on Sunday,
what are the dates?
On Sunday, just one
Just
day.
Yeah, just one day. Yeah.
August 1st.
Is that the first time?
August 2nd. I'm so sorry.
Is that the first time they're having a Ghana Fest?
No, they do it every year.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Great.
So
So,
it's
talk
a
about your
good time.
background. So you're born here in Toronto?
Yeah, born here in Toronto. I went to Seneca at York for a social service worker diploma. And then I went off to, my work background. I started in shelters. So I started in a family shelter from Costi, and that's when we experienced the wave of new refugee families coming in from all over the world during COVID time. So imagine that was a lot on the system, but we were able to power through it. A lot of the families today are housed and they're thriving.
Can I ask you what time frame that was when you were doing that?
That was during COVID.
Oh, that was going to. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
or even before COVID,
Before
actually.
the COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've seen the changes through the
Yes.
years, eh?
Yep. I've seen the changes. A lot of changes.
Has it gotten better or worse?
Honestly, a lot of families are still in the shelter system.
Yeah.
So right now, I think they're trying to get a lot of the families outside the Toronto core and into different places, but it's still there. It's still
there,
there's still a crisis going
And
on.
aren't you're part of the counselor of the shelter services, right?
Yes, I'm a counselor with Toronto Community. Sorry.
That's okay. No, it's all right. It's all no perfection here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no.
sorry. I'm a counselor with Toronto Shelter Support Services.
Yeah.
So I've been working in the city of Toronto over 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So I first started at Center Intake, so that's where you take a lot of the crisis calls, homelessness, the intimate domestic violence cases, so many cases. We take that on at the Center Intake, and then I went on to Ontario Works, which is the welfare system. There's a lot of things going on there, and then I went into shelters as a counselor where I support the homeless population.
Did you apply for that, or did they ask you, or what?
Oh no, I applied each position. I applied.
Yeah, and you got.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You can see why.
Yeah.
Personality-wise.
Oh, thank you.
Energy-wise, you know.
Thank you. I
It's
appreciate
amazing.
that.
So yeah, let's go back to your background here. So is your family here in Toronto?
Yes, my family is here in Toronto. My mom and dad is here with my brother, my sister, and yeah.
That's great. Family upbringing and all that.
Yeah, good family
You can
bringing.
tell your family lady, right?
Yes, yeah, very family oriented. They have, the story of, migrating from Ghana to come to Canada for a better life. My mom actually lived in Japan before coming to Canada. Yeah, my dad went to Japan to get her. They came to Canada. They started working, so they worked, manual labor. My mom works in a factory. She still works now. My dad is retired, but unfortunately, because of the cost of living, he's still working.
Oh, really?
So they're hardworking. So me, my brother, we're living, a good life because of them. Their sacrifices.
And see that family values goes on you.
Yeah.
Helping the community.
Exactly.
It shows, right?
Exactly.
You can see that. You
Yeah.
can see I haven't met your family, because you always say you see your mom,
Yeah.
your mom and dad through you.
Yeah.
Just the way you are.
Oh, I appreciate
Yeah,
that. I do
really.
care for people. I care about people. I'm very empathetic. So if you tell me something, I'm feeling it right in my heart.
Yeah. Well, when you told your mom and dad you're going to run for council, how did they feel?
Oh my God.
Were they like shocked, or
what?
no surprise? You know what that's what they like?
My upbringing. So I was, in school, I was special ed. So for those who don't know, special ed is when the school deems your child like you're not able to or learn at a certain grade level.
Yeah.
So they put you in a special ed class.
Yeah.
That was really hard because I was with grade 6, but I was learning at a grade 3, grade 4 level.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I, from a young age, I had to push myself more than the others.
Yeah.
And so when they saw that I was running for city council, they're like, wow, Lorna, you don't seem to amaze us. Like, you always push the boundary. And so me doing this is a testament to myself, but also for children out there, for parents. If you have a child maybe on the spectrum or special needs, just know they're able to do amazing things.
You're a perfect example, right?
Yeah.
That's great for being a counselor for the
Yeah.
public community, right?
Yes.
So we'll go through your. You want to go through your campaign? Or,
Yeah.
We'll talk about you're a single lady.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to ask that. People are gonna ask me that.
Really?
Yeah. I got all these emails. They're going, "Is she single?"
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay,
Even
that's
even
nice.
before we did the interview, they asked me, "Why is she single?"
Oh, wow.
You get that on all these
Okay.
crazy because of the pod, so they ask all these emails and all that. And,
Oh, I'm flattered by that.
I don't.
but
I never ask women her age. Like
Yeah,
if she volunteered, that's we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's
So
okay. I'm
that's
31.
31. Stay
Yeah.
young. you
Yeah,
know?
we need young blood right
Yeah.
now. In
And
politics.
anybody's interested in Lorna, you got to go through me because if you treat her bad, you're gonna mess with me.
Oh,
Sorry,
thank you, Phil.
And my family too. Yeah. So we'll talk about your. Let's jump into it. There's something on your campaign that no other candidate's ever done. Not saying they wouldn't do it, and no one incumbent's ever done it.
Yeah.
And I told her at the beginning of the interview, before the interview, I was bugging her about this. She's like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
So you're the first candidate. If you go on her Instagram, there's a short video about the gun violence at Young and Shepherd.
Yes.
And you're the first candidate that mentioned that.
Yeah.
The reality of what's going on in Toronto.
Yeah.
Because we see in these incumbents, not to put them down, but the show and photo ops, they don't talk about anything that's going on. The reality is going on in the community.
Exactly.
Like food security, that's another stuff we'll talk about. But
Yeah.
you're the first candidate. What way did you do that? That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah. So being current with the news is number one. There's so many things that are happening in the city. And because it's right here in our neighborhood, me and my campaign manager, Lisa, we spoke to the constituents. We actually had the chance to talk to the person that seen the dead body on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're able to talk to him and his family. And then also we asked, what are the concerns? And they said there's a police car.
No, I was going to mention it. It's just sitting
parked
there.
at the back, but there's no one there. And they're like,
I know. I was like,
they didn't understand why that's happening. They're like, okay, well, there's no one there. We don't still safe.
yeah.
And so we went to the back. To our surprise, we see a family celebrating a birthday. Then we see a pool.
Yeah.
And then you see the police car just stationed there with no one in it. And I'm like, wow.
It's kind of redundant. It's this car sitting there. I guess they think it's going to scare people off.
Exactly. But, the family.
I'd help myself to the tires. I'm
Exactly.
kidding. Putting in the neighborhood. Yeah, it's funny.
So just the response when something like this happens in the city, we need to find better ways to, ensure that the community is safe.
I'm going to give you a clap, and I'm thinking all candidates should be doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not thinking of any bonds out there, but just saying that you're the first one to actually mention this. If you go any campaign, I haven't never seen that because they don't want to talk about it. And we need to talk about it.
Yes.
We can't put on this facade about we're having a perfect Toronto, and majority of people are working class.
Exactly.
And they live in the poverty level.
Exactly.
And they just said in the news a couple years ago about 50% can't afford their own homes.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? And
that's true.
It's so true.
It's true.
So how do you feel about doing that video? I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it was good. And I actually, I wanted to see the police, Toronto Police Service, to bring in their mobile crisis team, mental health crisis team.
Did they?
So we asked, was there any follow-up with a crisis team? They said no.
Oh, okay.
And so we actually reached out to Toronto Police.
And just tell people what the crisis team does.
Oh, so the crisis team, they do many things. So, for example, if there's anything crisis related, the Toronto Police works with mental health nurses to bring them out to different communities and just connect with the people to ensure that they're able to provide resources to ensure that
like psychologists
people are okay.
and just help them all.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't respond at all. They didn't
yeah, they didn't get any follow up with that.
I wonder why they didn't. Are you gonna do a follow up on that? Or
Yes, we're gonna do a follow up. Yeah. And there should be a community debrief session as well.
Even if have they had a community hall?
Yes.
When they come in, have they had like a briefing where they?
I have not seen that.
Not seen that. I think it's important that we have to discuss it.
Yeah, it is.
It's it's safe for the future, right?
And across the whole city, actually, there should be a different approach. Because we're experiencing a lot of gun violence recently, so there needs to be a secure approach to address these.
Well, there's the campaign promise of candidates. I'm going to hire 1,000 police officers. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
But that's not solving the problem. You can hire many police officers. But they can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
crisis is in your
We need the resources.
and the most resourceful and insightful
Yeah.
people at the community. They see it
Yes.
themselves.
Yeah.
And they need to come forward. Some are afraid to speak up. They see
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
and they don't have to be afraid because
Yeah.
they need backing and all that.
Exactly.
So another video I love of yours is the kids with this lemonade stand.
Yes.
If they go on
Oh my
Instagram, you see
goodness.
that.
Yeah,
The 4
they're
kids.
so adorable.
They're so cute.
They call me their sponsor,
Oh,
so
really?
I sponsor them now.
I like
Just
when they say,
joking.
and you're so and you're. Oh, do you want to plug their names? Do you remember their names?
Oh
I got the names on the
man.
Instagram. I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I
There's
can't
4
think
of them,
about the
right?
names, but there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
There's actually more, but the day I was there's 4, but there's more community kids that are interested in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So they're actually going to be out there today at 12 o'clock. So they're expecting to see me, but I'm here, which
Oh,
is
wow.
okay. So if I go back, I'll say
It looked
my
like,
hellos.
it looked like a little dragon thing because they had
Yeah.
you had your poster.
Oh,
They're-
and that was not
those-
planned, by the way.
Oh, that wasn't
They're
planned.
They're like, Miss, oh, you're running for parliament? I said, no, I'm running for city council.
Parliament,
Like,
so
oh,
cute.
can I get your flyers? And they were creative. They took the flyers and
saw
put it
that,
there. I
yeah.
did not
Oh, I
tell them
thought
to
you
do
did
that.
that. No,
No,
they did
that
it
was
their
not
own.
planned. But
See?
it's good to see representation.
Believing you at
Yeah.
that age, right?
Yeah.
And then look up to you. And
They
that's really
do.
neat. So let's get into the mentorship. You
Yes.
got that.
Yeah.
You believe mentorship.
I
Big time.
strongly believe
Perfect
in
example, the
mentorship.
kids, right?
Yes.
There's another video I just saw with I don't know how old she was, a little
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
and she said, "Are you running for mayor or running for ward? Can I get your autograph?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I
so
saw that.
I was
Do
canvassing.
you remember her name?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember
I'm
her
bad with
name
names
top
too.
of my
I just say Buddy. It's an East Coast. It's easy to
And
remember.
I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
She came right up to me. I had a flyer. She's like,
Where's
"Can
Where's that?
That was at a mall nearby.
Okay, and you were just in the mall walking
I was
around.
just in the mall with my mom, and
she came up to you?
No, so I went in the mother's store. So her mom owns the store,
Oh, okay.
and she's like, "Oh my gosh, she's the CEO." Oh my gosh, like, "Oh, you're a celebrity. Can I have your autograph?" And she literally took a pencil, and she asked me to sign it. And at the back, then this is the part that really touches my heart. I just put at the back, you can put anything, you can do anything you put your
I
mind
remember
to.
that. You were the yeah.
I made sure to
How'd she
put
react
that
to
down.
that?
Oh, she was so happy.
Yeah.
And I was even shocked of her response to me. I was like, wait, oh, what's happening here? A celebrity. But to me, it just showed me we need representation.
Yeah.
We need representation at City Hall.
Mentorship. Like that's
Yeah.
just instantaneous mentorship,
Yeah.
right?
I've
That
been
this
through
girl
a
saw
lot.
you,
Yeah.
and I'm probably gonna get that quite often.
Yeah.
And she'll tell her friend,
Exactly.
I saw the future candidate.
Yes.
What you letting go? And they'll go say, oh, when
Yeah.
are we gonna meet her?
Yeah. So my response from children and youth and young adults have been amazing. I think it's time to see young leadership. It's time to see representation. Someone that looks like them, at City Hall, that can really speak to the needs of the ward,
Yeah.
right? And new, fresh, ideas and innovations. And mentorship plays a huge role. Like, God willing, I get elected. I do have a mentorship program. It's
That's
called
great.
She Inspired Toronto.
Okay.
So it's for young women and young girls
Mhm.
that she too can reach her full potential.
That's great.
So I do want to mentor. I actually want to make mini me's, and they can also mentor other people as well to know that it doesn't matter what background you come from, even if you had to go through so much, you could still reach your full potential.
I think. I don't know if you get to the race thing, but we'll talk
Yeah.
about the black
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And all my nephews and nieces are black.
Wow.
They're all 2 adopted and
Wow.
all regular. And we talk
amazing.
about with
Yeah.
this girl. You see a young black girl
Yeah.
looking up to you,
Yeah.
adult black woman.
Yes.
I mean, I don't like talking about the race, but it's important to discuss it because
Yeah.
you can tell, the stereotypes about the segregation still goes on to this
Yeah,
day, and I hear it
yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
offhand, off key, and I say, you
Yeah.
know what? Well, I'll give you an example. Osmo Malik ran, and she
Yeah.
before she became a council, she had a lot of ridicule.
Yeah.
This is a,
Yeah. And
profile.
look at her today.
She's the
thriving.
deputy mayor, and I see her. I saw the last Labor Day. She came in, took a video before the parade started. She's a great lady. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. She started. She had a tragedy during the campaign. She
Yeah.
pulled through, and she just fought. I think she was a TDS member. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the trustee.
But that's another example.
Yeah.
Like young black girls seeing you and said, if you can do it, and you're
Yeah.
successful, and look at even like whatever the outcome is,
Yeah.
you put your name out there, and you're
Yeah.
on there, and you're in the
Yeah.
news, and
Yeah.
people come up to you and all the videos. And I'm sure they'll see the videos and yeah, I know her.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that'll inspire. I always like with the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Your presence, the inspiration, what could
Yes.
people down there. So my question I ask a
Yeah.
lot of candidates, and a lot of
Yeah.
people in my interviews. My
Yeah.
question is, with all the volunteer work you've done, do you remember the first time someone came up and said, "Lorna, you inspire me. You make me better," or you changed my life?
Yes.
You remember the first time that happened to you?
Yes. So I worked for Inner City Outreach. It's a nonprofit right in the Jane and Finch core. So that's where I really learned my servanthood in Jane and Finch. Jane and Finch is a special place to me. It taught me servanthood. It taught me volunteer. It taught me, empathy. So I worked there and I did the summer camp programs. But one thing that really inspired me is I was able to get free skates.
Oh,
I
right.
just went online and I was like, hey, what can I do for the children? So I got free skates and I then took the children to skating every Sunday.
Wow, nice.
And I
Wow.
recently went back to inner city outreach, and the kids still remember all the work that I've done for them.
Yeah.
They remember
that's on
the
your
stories.
website. That's little stuff like that. That's on your
Yeah,
website. I know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I'm very humble with my approach.
Jog your memory of things and all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
So
Wow.
they remember me. But one thing I do want to say, the Black community, and just Ward 7, we have so many diverse groups in Ward 7. We have the Vietnamese, we have the Filipino, we
And you
have the
said in your
Latinos.
video,
Yeah.
this is the most populated immigration in this
Yes,
ward.
we have so
I did not
many
know
cultures.
that. I always thought
Yeah.
Scarborough was the most popular, but no.
Ward 7
And
is.
you have more food banks in this area
Yes.
than anything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about the food banks. You want to do a
Yes.
plug out to the, I think it's called Living Society?
Yeah, Living
Yeah.
Society. Shout out to them. Amazing, amazing, amazing food bank. I volunteered with them last week, and it was just beautiful to see the quality of food that the residents are getting.
Yeah.
The quality of service, the care from the volunteers. They made me feel a part of the team when I
so cool.
volunteered. I didn't feel like I was an outsider.
And I see you're helping working with them. You're just not standing doing
Oh,
photo ops.
Yeah, no.
Thank
I
you, I'll
was
move
out
away
there.
now. Okay,
It was hot that day.
I saw
Tell
there's
you,
no shade there. I was like,
we're sweating, we're working.
I was doing a close up on your face. And she's
Yeah.
sweating in the heat because I'd be doing it right now, right?
Yeah, Lisa Carrington, my campaign manager, she was out there with me as well.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. We're able to make great connections. And that's one thing, part of my platform, I really want to invest in food banks.
Yeah.
We need more food banks. It's not enough. And
That's
also,
my
Yeah.
platform for food security. That's why
Wow.
I was going to talk about it after, but let's do it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Food security is my biggest. I've been doing it for 25
Yes,
years, trying to fight
yes.
for food. Well, I always say food banks are not the answer.
Yeah.
They can be better.
Yeah.
We have other ways of feeding people,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
And the amount of food is getting wasted through
Yeah.
the years. $90 million in the last 20 years.
I know through the province right now they're fighting to remove food tax.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And I really want to make that a point when I get in office to fight for no food tax. Because food should be affordable for all families.
Exactly.
You know, someone shouldn't really have to go to food bank. The food in the grocery store should be affordable for
Exactly.
all.
Yeah. I mean,
you
just
know.
even after COVID, when everything just raised.
Yeah.
You know, before the car, I used to go to the flyers all the time. I'm
Yeah.
not going. I'm a flyer guy.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
junkie. But now I don't bother because there's nothing
Wow.
even their local brands.
Yes.
Like the Great Value, Walmart,
Yes.
food banks. I think it's essentials. They're just supposed to, and even all the like shoppers.
Yes.
It used to be cheaper than the regular, but now it's not.
Wow.
It's actually the same price, sometimes even more than a
Wow.
brand name. And it's sad to say that, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what the grief
Yeah.
factor got in.
And I don't know if you heard about the city council has approved the non-for-profit grocery stores
Yeah, I
run by
like
the
that.
city,
Yeah.
but that's still not a solution.
It isn't. You're right. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
That's a it's kind of like it's like a pampered salvation thing they're throwing at you.
Yeah, you know,
It's not the thing. Yeah.
it should come direct from the source. Every family should be able to put food on their table.
Yeah. You shouldn't be skipping meals and all. So,
Exactly,
Yeah.
but it's happening. It's happening more than we think we know.
Yeah.
A lot of families are really suffering from food
And I'm glad you
insecurity.
showed that. And food
Yeah.
security. Again, the
Yeah.
last by-election I ran in for mayor,
Wow.
two things I didn't talk about was food security and what the other one was there's two there, food security
Yeah.
and maybe not traffic. I don't really deal with any, but
Yeah.
it's not any election. But after the election was over, that's the thing to discuss was
Yeah.
food security.
Yeah.
Yeah, people lining up for your food banks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
like the lineup.
Oh, and you should see the line actually. The line, it was so long and people were coming from other parts of
Really?
the area.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
to get food.
And so many food banks in the city, like
Yeah.
Scarborough.
Yeah.
And I asked them of the food banks, is there any correlation between all the food banks where
Yeah.
say like you ran out of surplus of something and somebody
Yeah.
has a special need, they can go over there and get it or
Yeah.
bring it over. There's
Yeah.
nothing really. I don't think like I know Montreal has a website.
Yeah.
They have to come together with all
Yes.
the food banks, and I
Yeah.
think we should have it over here.
Yeah.
For example, like
Yeah, we should.
you heard of someone the Food for Now? It's in Etobicoke. A
Mhm.
guy named Daniel Lozon, he's a French guy.
Yeah.
He started this thing called Food for Now in Etobicoke,
Wow.
and it's just progressed and all that. And,
Wow.
he's a perfect nest like you. Perfect.
Yeah.
So actually, when you see people's faces when they come to get their food on there,
Yeah.
how does it make you feel? Like just seeing the reaction,
Honestly,
and all that.
I make them feel I treat them like humans.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they are.
I don't even I smile, hey, how are you? How's it going? And they
Yeah.
love that. Like
Yeah.
they were so warm towards
Well,
me.
the days of people looking down,
Yes.
people are using food bag.
Yeah.
That's over. That
And I don't know if you notice, a lot of people are not happy these days.
No.
I come across a lot of sad faces, and I'm sometimes now if I'm walking, I'm like, hey, how are you? And I smile. You can see they
And
just
did they say anything?
they brighten up.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You know, and they have a conversation. Like on my way here, I met a lady on the bus stop, and she had a conversation with me. I was able to hear her whole life story in the span of like 5 minutes.
That's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
And she's gonna remember you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's how you get your face out there. Just talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just.
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Even at work, working for the city in the homeless sector, you're seeing a lot of faces, and you're seeing a lot of people that have been through so much trauma. So just being that light to someone's darkness really makes a difference. Yeah.
Let's talk about seniors.
Yeah, seniors. I love my seniors.
I know. Big time for seniors,
Yeah.
I just lost my mom, was 91.
Oh, sorry.
She just passed away February 7th, 91.
Wow,
I had her for 22 years. So I sing it through her eyes being a senior. And the first thing I'll talk about is the lack of functionality, the doors and all.
Yes.
Like, for example, like I said about in my other video, Ferry Mall is one of the worst malls for seniors, because when you go on the ground level with the second floor, which is Shepherd, you walk there with her, so you have to go for a ride appointment with Lois. You have to go either the elevator's one way or the escalator is not that way.
Wow.
So there's nothing in between, just stairs.
Yeah.
So whoever designed it,
it
wasn't designed for disabilities.
Wow.
That's great. So talk about seniors.
Yeah, so seniors are going through a lot right now. Because I do work in the shelter, I see everything on
like you
front
said, your
line
father,
view.
he has to work still, right?
Yeah, he has to work. He's retired, but he's still working. And that breaks my heart to see my dad still waking up as a senior, still having to go to work to make needs met.
Yeah.
So for the seniors, I would say there's a lot of them that are coming into the shelter system. A lot of them are stuck in hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
There's no housing for seniors that have been placed in hospitals for months on end, and their housing is compromised. A lot of seniors aren't able to afford their rent. So we find them in the shelter system. And the shelter system is not a place for seniors.
No, it's not.
A lot of them are dealing with, the accessibility concern within the shelter, but it's not geared towards seniors. And then we don't have a lot of long-term care homes. So that's one thing when I get elected, is to really urge council to create more long-term care homes. We need it. The over populated seniors in the hospitals are way too high. The seniors in the shelter system is way too high. And the hospitals as well. It's just sad to see. It's sad to see. And also CPP and OAS, some of them are not getting a lot.
No, it's terrible.
And so when the rent is due, it goes half to rent, and they have like $200 to $300 left over. With the food insecurity crisis going on, they can barely make it with their medication, with their eye care, doctor care. It's
and you work all your life like your dad and want to get a pension.
Yes.
Is your dad getting pension now? Or still working? Is he getting pension?
He's still working.
Yeah, but when you get your pension, I work all my hours for that, and that's what I get. And it's so because the cost of living's gone up, but the pension's only it just went up by 2%.
Yes.
So now you get the CPP or they're now getting extra $9.
Yeah.
So we can celebrate.
It's not enough.
It's
with
sad.
this current cost of living, that's not enough.
One of my friends' kids. He said, "Can I ask Grandpa for a present?" I go, "What? Well, he's getting an extra $9. He can afford it." I was like, "That's so cute, but so sad."
Yeah, it's so sad.
It's just the way he said it. He can afford it. He's got $9. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Yeah, so that's one solution for seniors. And what else? What else do you like to do for yourself?
Affordable housing.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yep, affordable and safe housing.
Safe housing, big time, yeah.
So a lot of the times, especially with our infrastructure, yes, we're seeing the new buildings, they're cleaning it up, they're painting the walls on the outside.
Right.
But when you go inside, you'll be amazed what you're seeing in the units. A lot of people, the ceilings are coming down, a lot of fire hazards in the building. And this is also going on in Toronto Community Housing. I have to mention that I've seen a lot of residents complain about the conditions of their units, and they've made the complaints. I know there's a backlog, I understand, but we need to focus on
my dad
the
worked for
concerns of
Ontario
people.
Housing when I was growing up as a kid.
That's
before it
amazing.
became Metro, and he all the stories.
Wow.
Back then, he would call, he'd be on shift. We got to go move a family in. There's availability, but now you can't even say that anymore, right?
Wow.
And also, TCH are also going for a lecture at the Toronto network. What do you call it? I can't remember.
Toronto Community Housing Corporation.
Yeah. So I'm a member of that as well. Yeah. They did. How's the lecture go? You went for like a in your video there.
Oh yes, you went far back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow,
I did my homework. I gotta make case you forget things,
yes,
right? I gotta do my homework.
I went to the TCAT table.
Yeah.
Yes,
how'd that go? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I saw that. I was impressed by that.
It was nice. I'm so happy that the Toronto Community Housing. They did this initiative for the tenants, the tenant leads who are there to support where they live, and it was good. But at the same time, I could still sense the frustration coming from the tenants, and that was made visible to me that day. The work that needs to be done on the buildings, the years of neglect with certain things in the buildings, the units. It was just a lot.
Well, you heard that a couple of years ago. They had the one building.
Yeah.
So dilapidated, they had to take everybody out.
Yeah.
And they'd be coming in furious. We want this done, we want that. Nothing's done.
Yeah.
Like when my dad worked for Ontario, there was over 50 units. Now it's 13.
And one thing I want to tackle with Toronto Community Housing is the wait list. I know wait list. A lot of people have been waiting on the wait list for over 10 years. Yeah. And when they find that, you work with the city, but why is the wait so long? So in the city, I'll loop this in. We're able to give a code because you have to be qualified to get the code. You have to be deemed homeless. You have to be homeless over 6 months, and then you get this DA code. So once that goes in your system through Toronto Community Housing, once you're waiting for housing, it shows the system, okay, this person's unhoused in a homeless shelter, and sometimes that wait list goes down. Yeah. So bringing in that front end view, I want to bring that to council. Okay, what can we do for the ones that are not in the shelter that also need a faster response time?
And not homeless, right?
And not homeless.
That's kind of stereotypical when they say that. The code. I know the code. Yeah. I don't like that. No.
Yeah. It makes everything separated, and it's not fair to those who are living outside the shelters to get housing. So I really want to work on the wait time. And reduce it, and also those who've been waiting, we need more affordable housing. We see a lot of developments here. We need the city to take the units and make them subsidized. And I know property taxes also has increased, but we need housing, and that's one of my platforms to really stress and advocate for at City Hall.
Exactly, right. Let's talk about going off topic. We're talking about what's it called? Women on strike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Women on strike, sistering. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I love that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I am part of the fight with them. I understand how it is to work for a nonprofit. I started off working in nonprofits, so I understand the concerns that they're going through. A lot of them, that's their only job. That's their bread and butter. Yeah. And they have been working over 2 months, fighting, advocating, pushing the province, Doug Ford, to really come on the table and to give them their retroactive pay. They need it. It's for families. It's the cost of living is way too high.
Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, did you have a bottle in there? that was her bag exploding.
Why would that happen?
You have a bottle in there?
I think I have a water bottle.
Oh, the heat. Okay, that was her water bottle. She didn't plan this. You see how she responded? She was calm and serene.
Yes.
And I was like, you're like, just talk about the violence in the city.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's funny. I love it.
That has never happened before.
No, I've never seen a bottle. Well, and we're in the shade, right? Yeah. Maybe somebody's looking over you. I think that's true. So continue on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right,
so.
Wait, you got no balls in there, do you?
No. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So I'm part of the movement. I believe in what they're fighting for. So I'm on the picket lines, every Friday, and fighting the fight with them.
That's great. How long have you been doing that for?
So not too long.
Yeah.
I've known about it, but not too long. So I've just joined, and oh my goodness, they are so kind. They've warned into me. They've treated me like their own. A lot of the staff, hello guys, we're gonna watch this. You are
their own. Yeah. You are like everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the grassroots Canada. Like all of you guys are doing the Instagram videos, and I think that's great. It hasn't been done like that before, and that's like the thing you are. Yeah. That's why people relate. The little girl, the kids are relating because you're real. You are real.
Yeah, and that's what my platform. I want to come across as very genuine because I am genuine. I'm not a politician. I'm an advocator. No. And I want to bring back the realness back to City Hall.
That's amazing. So continue on. I'm going through your website now.
Yes, that's okay.
So you get your phone.
Yep.
Your picture. I want to show you something that. Where did I see it? Just your logo. Did you make that yourself? The hands and all that stuff there?
No, I didn't make that myself.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And your website, you get your Gmail and all that stuff. And have you got a lot of emails, like a lot of requests and all that?
Yes, I've been getting a lot of requests.
Do you get a lot of surveys?
Yeah, I recently did the Toronto Star one.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I did the Toronto Star one. That's a lot of questions, but it was really good.
That's good.
Because that's what people want to know, right?
Yeah.
So it was a really good survey to complete.
There's a lot of organizations. They'll probably get the TTC Riders one.
Yes, I recently got the TTC
Riders. The rabbit
one.
for the somebody asked this question in one of the emails. I don't know if you could ask the question on the candidate, but I'll ask you.
Yeah.
What do you feel about fixed terms?
Fix the terms?
Yeah, fixed terms. I mean, like limits of how you run as a councillor. Like these incumbents have been there like 30 years, 20 years, and all that.
Honestly, I'm half and half because, for example, there's a councillor that's doing great work.
Yeah.
Like they're true to their work. They're following. They're very in tune with their constituents.
You're talking about council right now?
Yeah. No. For example, there's a councillor.
Yeah. Okay.
For a future councillor, and but you know what? I know what that question is.
Yeah.
And okay, so you know what? Yes, I do believe in fixed terms.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's time for the ones that've been there for so many years to just go on out. You've done your job.
Exactly.
You've done your service.
Not being mean about it, but just because they've all put their names to running, and there's 12 left, and they're all except for one. So we'll do his name probably later on.
Yes.
But they're all running the game.
We need a new generation of leaders. The time is now, everyone. The time is now for new leaders, new voices, new representation at City Hall.
Well, we're talking about back to our ethnic diversity.
Yes.
The reflection of our city does not reflect the City Hall right now. We did get some new members. We got Chris Moyes, we got Al Bravo, we got Amber. Have you read Amber Morning?
Yes, I've met Amber Morning.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Her and Osman Malik with the Chara Padavani.
Yes.
She's gonna run again. They're all amazing.
I've ran into Chara Padavani and I know her story and she's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm
so
rooting
these
for
are
her
just
as well.
different backgrounds and different ethnic backgrounds. So we need the diversity, right?
Yes.
Reflection, right?
Yeah, and there's greatness.
And Jamal Myers too.
Jamal Myers. Yeah,
he's a good guy. He's a funny guy. He's very quiet when you talk to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like a mouse.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not doing an interview. You're too quiet. I gotta get you talking. I
No.
bug him. I see him in the Scarborough Center because he's got his office in the Civic Center.
Wow, he's amazing.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's quiet.
I like him.
He's got that baby face. That bugs
Yeah.
me, you know? I said, don't you? I saw him one day. I said, don't you have to get home in time before the curfew? He's laughing. Gives a look like he's funny.
Yeah.
So continue with your pledge here about talk about housing, mentorship, also seniors as well as special late. Is this your campaign manager?
Yeah, that's my campaign manager, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. We're just doing an interview now. It's okay. We're just doing an interview right now.
Okay. I'll stay here.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah. She just came to be a supportive and all, right?
Yes, full of support.
How did you get her as your campaign team member?
That's quite a story.
Oh,
we're part of a mentorship program, Power of Love, and we're both mentees.
I was going to mention that. The Power of Love. Explain that, please.
Yeah, so we're both mentees. We have mentors. Mentees, sorry. So we're mentors and we have mentees. And so I needed a campaign manager. I didn't have one for my first put in my name in May. And so I think everything happened for a reason. That delay just made me receive the right campaign manager, Lisa.
Yeah.
So she's been amazing.
That's
such
amazing.
a great help. Yeah. And I asked them, I need a campaign manager. I explained my story, my platform, why I'm running. And she raised her hand.
She believed in you. That's why she
believes in me. Yeah,
know
without her, I don't know.
That's great. That's funny.
Yeah, you need someone strong.
I don't know if you talk about faith and questionnaires, but you mentioned in your website about your faith.
Yes.
As a Christian, I'm a Christian myself, Catholic. Yeah,
Wow,
but I think it's important to discuss, right?
Yeah.
Like you say, God intertwined or what do you
Yeah.
brought you to her and all.
Yeah.
You tell her and all. I believe big time,
Yeah.
But things happen for reasons, being the right time, right place, and all that.
Exactly.
So you being here right now, running for council, the right time.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank
People
you.
can say, well, where'd she come from? Well, she's been in the community.
Yeah.
For 20 years, more than that,
more
right?
than that,
You're just doing everyday work, and then now you start the council. Let's bring everything on the past and just bring it forward, and they're going like, wow.
Yeah, you're coming to the forefront.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're like God's life skills, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if somebody has this little thing, one guy asked me as a Catholic, I got all these challenges as a Catholic. I'm getting like, does God hate me? I said, no. There's an old saying in heaven. God gives you what you can handle the most.
Yes.
And that's what I say. The more challenges, the better the challenge. Somebody just feel like saying, come on, can I just have a break, please?
Yeah, it's true. It's actually very true.
It's so true.
It's like everything gets thrown at you. You don't understand like why. We all go through those seasons, but you just gotta push through.
I like the colors you picked for your. How'd you get that?
Yeah, so the navy blue stems from the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
The city of Toronto is what made me who I am today, to be honest.
Oh,
it was more than just a job to me. I treated my job as like my purpose, my mission. especially working with vulnerable people. Like I every day I go into work, I don't look at them as clients or as, just homeless folks. I look at them as, humans.
Yeah.
So I took that every day, and just to see what was happening on the ground with the policies that were being, implemented that didn't make sense.
You like
that
reading,
were out
yeah?
of touch.
You like reading a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can notice that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You like
So
reading.
I'm
I
like,
read your. Did you write all the stuff in your Instagram? Is that like,
yeah.
that's your writing. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're a good writer.
Thank you.
Yeah, really detail and
Yeah, I have
you
to.
give the kudos to people,
Yeah.
acknowledge you.
Yeah.
And all that, right?
Yeah.
So talking about also in your campaign, talking about single parents and all.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big thing too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I picked the last year's. I picked May 25th as Single Parents Day.
Wow.
Just unofficially. So every time on my Facebook, today's Single Parents Day. So I got a lot of feedback like, we have Father's Day, Mother's Day, but I think we need a Single Parents Day.
Yeah,
because
that's such a good idea.
Because they're the both parents, mother and father or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they need to. I know a lady that she was was kicked out.
Yeah.
Ran on the street in a shelter with 3 kids.
Wow.
Had 3 jobs, went to school, and now
Wow.
she's the CEO of a major company.
Wow.
And I remember we talk all the time. She's amazing.
Wow.
For me, she's an inspiration.
Wow.
So when I read what you did, I think
Yeah.
that's really good. So
Yeah.
what would you do more for single family units? So
Yeah, so single family units are at the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
They go through
it's
a
no
lot.
it's a no stereotype.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't.
Because they say, he came yours.
Yeah.
He came from a broken, or she came from a broken. That's not true.
That's
I've
not
met
true.
family units that are whole, and
Yeah.
the kids made the decision to go a certain
So
way.
one thing I want to do, summer camp. Summer camp
Yeah.
is not free. The city does
It's
not.
expensive.
It's very expensive.
is.
So one thing in council that I want to put an emotion for is for the city to cover or subsidize
Yes.
summer camp
Oh,
for
that's right.
single
That's a
parents.
great idea.
So they can afford their kids
Yeah.
to go and do extracurricular activity,
Yeah.
while they're working. More subsidized support. So I know they did increase the child tax benefit.
Yeah,
They recently did
Yeah.
it, which was nice, but we need more.
Yeah.
We need more. Single parents are the backbone. They're the mom. They're the dad,
Yeah.
and some of them have over 3 kids.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
household, and the rent, everything is on them. I remember meeting a single mom, and she's like, she has to use her child tax benefits to pay for groceries.
Isn't it? It's
Yeah.
sad. It is.
And
That's
the pressure that
for the
she's
kids.
under,
It's
yeah,
for the kids,
for
right?
the kids.
Yeah.
So some of it's not even going to the kids directly. It's
No.
going to household bills.
Yeah.
To just cover their roof.
It's great.
So I really want to make sure that there's incentives and that there's program supports for, parents that are living under the low income.
Yeah. I like the idea what you said about the subsidized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the tunis for tummies, for
Yeah.
that's all donations mostly. The
Yeah.
government does a little, but it should do. I think it should be fully funded.
Yeah.
And we talked about in other debates, and kids should be fully fed
Yes.
when you go to school.
Yeah.
Empty stomachs, empty
Yes.
minds.
Well, I do know
and
they
these are our future, right?
Yeah, I know there's some schools that are partaking in the Breakfast Club
Yeah,
program,
yes, they do.
but not every
We need
school
more.
has it.
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah, and I discussed
we
before, and there's churches in my area that have
Yeah.
complete big kitchens, like they're 3 ovens, underused. Even
Yeah.
the community centers are underused.
Yes.
They're sitting empty.
Yeah.
With the churches, they're more private. That's a
Yeah.
different story, but we can
Yeah.
maybe help them out.
Yeah.
Just, like give them financially, but instead,
Mhm.
if the buildings are empty, it can't
Exactly.
be you. For yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know you like support local businesses. You want to give a shout out to the company,
Yeah.
grocery store, the what's it called? It's in your website there. You had a picture of you in the grace.
Oh, the taco.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a local business right on Kill Street.
Yeah.
He sells tacos. And
Oh,
it's
it's
in the
another one you
park.
had. There's a grocery store there. It's been a community grocery store for many years. You're in the picture there in the front there. I think it's called Gracie's or Lorne's or something. Lori's. Yeah.
Oh yes, Lori's Meats.
Lori. Trying to remember.
Wow, Philip, you did your work. Yeah, Lori's.
See, that's why you forget things. I didn't remind you,
Yes,
right?
thank you. Lori's
okay.
Meats. Lori's Meats. Oh, the owners are amazing. They're both Italian.
They've been there for a while,
They've
right?
been there for many years.
Yeah, I saw the name. I said, I've heard this name many years ago.
Yes,
and they're
yes.
still there. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
And when I went in there, they're talking to the customers. They're laughing. They're having a good time in there, and they serve good food, good meat. So if you ever need meat, shameless plug, go to Lori's Meat right on Lawrence.
Right on, Lawrence. What's
Yeah.
in your sentence?
It's Lawrence. I would say going on Jane towards Lawrence. Yeah. Yeah.
So I know it's also with a lot of you candidates, you got to know
Yes.
each other. That's
Yeah.
something that hasn't been done in a long time. We did it
Yeah.
back then for ourselves. Like I know most of the candidates from last year,
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
The Americans are still friends to this
Yeah.
day. And we had a good get into every debate together. We
Yeah.
became like a family unit, even though we're opposing each other. So
Yeah.
with you guys, you're talking about Lyle Sanders.
Yeah.
He met you. He had your
Yeah.
picture there, and
Yeah.
and even especially you, the candidates. And
Yeah.
that's something you see. The
Yeah.
candidates are supporting each other, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing that people are, tag teaming. And,
yeah, and that's great. And it's just saying like the student council, work together.
Yeah.
So we get all the old ones out and get the new ones in.
Yeah.
I think it make a difference.
Yeah, I think to be honest, Toronto is in such a great time where we're seeing the shift in politics. And people are just waking up to what's happening around them. Yeah. You know, I think after COVID, a lot of things were changing, but now, you know, people are opening up to new. Yeah. You know, so we need new. So vote new. So
what's the word for the people when they're talking? They see you running for council. Sexual stuff, being in the community. Like, yeah,
they love it. But one thing I will say is what I find being a Black woman candidate, the visibility part. So as we're mentioning the news, you know, the coverage, the stories, I think all candidates or anyone that's running, the visibility helps. So thank you, Philip, you know, for you just taking on this task of, you know, interviewing all the candidates to give us a voice, you know. Mainstream media sometimes gets filled with so many things, so a lot of things get missed out.
Earlier we talked before the interview. Yeah. Cameron said in debates you're gonna be you know, pressurized to like when we talk right now, you're not gonna cover everything in the debate. Yeah. You get your three, they'll say what's your three topic things and you want more, and you'll feel that I talked to a lot of candidates, the frustration, I wanna get more, but you know, you get 3 minutes up. But that's why with this is more laid back and you can just go through your whole campaign and people watch that, right? Yeah. You know, that's why when you do the video, it's yours to do what you want with it. It's free. Yeah. I keep forgetting that. People were sending me emails like, how much is it gonna cost? And I was like, no, it's free. I never thought about that, right? I said, okay. Yeah. You know, it's so funny.
Because elections is a lot of things pile up. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good thing. I'm excited. I'm energized. I'm ready. I feel like this is the right time.
You feel earlier said you feel the pressure coming there. Yeah. I said, just take it easy. Don't get the pressure in. Gotta be healthy. I did a video blog. You guys remain healthy. You get upset and you know.
Yeah. Drink your water. Get your sleep.
Do you cook yourself?
Yeah, I cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cook. But you know, I live with my parents, so. You know, I get best of both worlds.
Did your mom make all the famous Ghana dishes?
Yeah, she does.
Really? Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I do love to cook, though, mind you. I would say I'm a very good cook.
That's great. So let me ask you an off question here. Like, okay, suppose you don't win. Will you continue on advocating for your community as you've done before? Like now, what's going to happen now? You're mainstream media. Well, you're known. As you've seen, people going to, and even after, people are going to come up to you, hey, you ran for council. Can you help me with the situation? I need some help.
But I do that at my job.
You know, you do it all before and after. So you're just going to continue on. Because some people just disappear. Like, one that does photo ops, so you'll never hear from them.
Well, once you went for council, you're now a community advocate.
You are. Yeah,
so
you're going to be known. Like,
you still address the needs of the community. You still do what you're doing. But I do believe, and I'm saying this on record, I know I'm going to win.
That's great. I love the confidence. Yeah. And you got an endorsement not too long ago, right? Yeah. I saw the video there. Yeah. You gave a shout out to her name?
I don't remember.
It was the, I don't know, nationality. She was short.
Oh, yes.
She wore a nice fancy dress. Yeah. She was funny.
Yes, I met, I'm sorry, her name is skipping my mind.
Was it Sharana? Not Sharana, was it?
Yes, Sharana. Yeah. So I met her, at Michael Tulsi's healing house. Oh. And it was really beautiful. Yeah, it was really nice. So Miss Black, she's been through a lot in her life, and she did a ceremony where she announced herself as Miss Black. That's just self-healing for herself. Yeah. And then she's opened up a home with Michael to bring healing to people. So they go to the home, they're able to sit down, relax, talk about their issues. And it's also helping the community.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah. That's how you met her? Yeah. So I'm getting the feedback from the community, from the emails and all. So they like you. Yeah. They like how you're all mixed with the other candidates. So you did a few our events there. Yeah. And they were talking about the Black community. Yeah. The Black community is like when my mom and dad came here back in '66. My dad was dark. He's Spanish. So people thought he was black. He's not black. My mom was white. I've seen her picture. He's Irish and red hair and green eyes and all. Yeah. So back then, when '66 we came here, there was nothing here. There were no spices. You couldn't shop like from India. We came from India, and there's nothing you could find. And there was segregation right there. Like there are points in we go downtown. My mom would tell me that in the restaurants, and they say Dad can go in the back and go to the kitchen. Mom can go with the kids in the front. You know, and we've changed. So like when you see these kids come up to you, and you won't see that back then. Yeah. You know, like this little girl come up to say like I want your autograph.
That was
when you see that back then, you know, it's unheard of. But it's funny that we have to. I don't even mean about it. Why do we have to struggle? Yeah. As ethnic backgrounds. because we are the majority. We're not the minority anymore.
Yes.
Like before, but still, any job, you discuss things with
you know, one thing about the city, I was part of the Confronting Anti-Black Racism unit.
Mm-hmm.
I was a liaison for my portfolio.
How do you get involved in that?
I applied, right? Because I consider myself a black staff. A lot of the times in workplaces, especially as a black staff, you go through so many hurdles. You just feel like the system's against you, even to get into those high positions, right? You're going through a lot. So I was able to review policies and to make sure that the policies that are in the system is coming through anti-black racism lens to ensure you know, black staff, black clients are okay, you know, and making sure that the policies are also accommodating black staff and black clients, and also the indigenous and the minorities.
You got me thinking of that. I don't think I know they have wards in the city. Have they had wards specifically for different, like say, the black awards or the black? They have. I know they have for music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They do.
You know,
they do.
They should do, like for just recognizing everyday mothers and all that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I also was like going around the city one day, like I had a whole bunch of money and just say, you know, mother working 3 jobs or whatever.
Phil, you just prompted something in my mind.
I prompted your mind? Okay.
Yeah, you prompted something in my mind. So, as a counselor, my approach is really also, yes, Ward 7, but I really want our ward to come together as one. So I want to do community recognition.
Yeah.
For the whole ward.
Yeah.
You know, everyone gets recognized. A lot of things are being done on the ground, but people don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of advocacy that's going on. There's a lot of people doing great work with youth, children, adults, and I want them to get recognized.
When you brought that in your campaign for like the businesses and the things you've been involved with,
yeah. So look out for that. When I get elected, we're gonna have lots of fun.
I think it should. Well, we have this thing
in
in
Toronto. Celebrate each other.
We do.
Celebrate our diversity.
Our everyday heroes in our ward.
Exactly.
They'll make a difference. Like the lady there with the anti-black and all that.
Yes,
you know, these are. And I never heard of some of the stuff until you mentioned it. Like, you know, and these like not just your ward, and maybe you could be the president of other wards. Yeah. Right? You know, hey, Ward 7 recognizing the community. Look, what a single mother got an award for what? For being a single mother. You should get an award, everyday award, right? You know?
And it's the thought that counts too. You know, school's coming back. You know, we should put on a backpack, you know, event. You know, where all the kids get backpacks.
I grew up in North York in grade school, North Scarborough, and there's a lady used to walk from our building condo to the school in St. Isaac Joe's. It's an old house there. She's now gone. The house is gone, but she had this old humongous. She was rich. Her name was Mrs. Green, and she met the kids every day. She would give us chestnuts in the winter season, and she'd give us cookies and stuff back and forth, and make sure we're going to school. There was no crossing guards back then. And by the way, there were no crossing guards like there's now. Back then, we had to fend for ourselves. And she was there to make sure across the street. And she was there for the last 3 years we were there before we moved, and she's an everyday hero, and that's just somebody you never heard about. Lady on Lakeshore. I do a lot of sketching. I did a big sketch as lady named I think she's passed away. Her name was Alice. She also was Alice in Wonderland, and she goes every day picking up the garbage with her hands.
Wow.
And I said, look, I'm gonna get you recognized by the city. She said, I don't want any of that. I've been doing it for years, but you know what? You're making a difference. And she come like in the morning, afternoon, and evening. She'd go like 3 or 4 times, and she'd spin her hands, and she was like in her 80s.
Wow.
And she'd find the bench, and she'd continue on. And we had a lot of good talks.
And I'm a community leader years ago. I was doing a lot of work, but because you don't get recognized or there's no picture up, people don't know.
Photo ops again,
There's
right?
no photo ops back then. You just do it because it's in your heart.
It's in your heart.
But now, you know, there's photo ops now, and I'm like,
unless you're walking around the cameras.
Like I've been doing community work. I'm not just here right now. Like I've been doing so many things behind the scenes, but now that I'm, you know, in this forefront, you have to project all that you've done, and that's something I'm still getting used to because you know, humble leader, you know, humble servanthood. You don't mention what you've done, you just keep it. And now it's like now I have to say, okay, I've done this, I've done that, but I just want people to know it's like my heart is just pure, and you know, I'm not here to, you know, I'm here for the people, and that's one thing I want people to know. I'm here for the people. And a lot of people don't even want to vote these days. And I think that's a good thing to mention. Like, vote. Your vote matters. Your voice matters.
It has to make a difference this year. This has to be the year, because if not, the same people are going to be in there, and it's going to be a cycle. It's just going to get worse.
And I also want to talk about infrastructure. You know, we have a lot of potholes in the city. And one thing I've been hearing from residents, a lot of flooding have been going on in their houses. Sometimes twice, 3 times. And now they're not being covered by their house insurance. So they have to go out of pocket, spend almost $30,000 to,
Well,
fix
I
the
don't know if you
home.
agree with me. I think
It's
the city
wrong.
should cover it. If the city built the infrastructure and not, it's for livability,
Yeah.
and they're not meeting those needs,
Yeah.
like even an apartment,
Yeah.
that city should cover that, not them.
Exactly, but it goes deeper than that because right now, if you see, they're doing a lot of the sidewalks.
Yeah.
What about the sewage?
Exactly.
Why are we not fixing the sewage problem?
Yeah.
Why is there so many floodings in many
Even
homes?
like still, when they go down the DVP, like when they have the flooding, it's still to this day, they're going to fix it.
Exactly.
Why they're still working on it, right?
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
And I know it's going to cost the city a lot of money.
Well, the city should come
to
up
fix
and,
it, but we need to do right spending. Where are taxpayers' money going? That's my concern.
Yeah.
We need to do a full audit of
I love
where
that.
the spending is
I
going.
believe that,
Because I'm not there for another thing. I'm not there for a title. I'm not there for money. I could be making my same pay right now at City Hall. I'm grateful. I just want to make sure the money that's being spent is being spent right.
Right.
So save the city some money.
If you got elected, you would actually go.
Oh yeah, we're auditing.
I love that.
We are auditing.
I think I'd put a little fear in people. Yeah. The old status quo has to change.
Yeah. No, we gotta audit. We gotta audit and review and revise and make sure that the taxpayers' money is being spent where it needs to go.
I got a question for you. Some young, like a young lady, one day in the future says she's like 13 or 18 or so. Say, remember me? So she, I want to get involved. Watching you. What kind of advice would you give anybody to run? Yeah.
When I get elected, no, I love that question because I feel like this is part of my purpose. So when I get elected, I'm actually gonna have follow me as a counselor, city counselor.
Like a mentoring thing?
I can bring in the youth.
That, yeah.
Okay, this is how it is to be at City Hall.
Yeah.
This is how it is to join in on a meeting,
That's so impressionable, people.
Yeah, I want to bring the kids with me.
Especially high school kids. Do you do that?
Yes.
Like, that can be mainstream, like what you said.
Yeah.
And something to look forward to. I mean, they do have co-op, but not to that degree.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to bring in a young student that wants to be a politician. And I can mentor,
Well, back to the youth again. Just to interrupt.
We need
there's a gap between the youth involvement and city politics. I've talked to quite a few. They want to get involved, but their voices are not heard. What would you do for that?
Well, there's a youth cabinet for high school students. So if I always
is that with the city of Toronto?
Yeah, youth cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So another thing with city programs, and it's not talked about. It's unknown. Unless someone that could say, hey, you want to do this? This is how you direct you. So me as a city councilor for the youth, I'm giving you information. This is what's happening. This is what's going to become available. Youth employment. This is where you can apply to. We need to have someone that brings transparency back in City Hall and let them know, like, where do you get the resources? This is how you do it.
The lack of advertising, right?
Yeah.
You heard about the city, the amount of jobs that are available, and the amount of people that apply.
Yes,
it's just ridiculous.
I saw that line.
And it's so sad. These people just want to make money to go to school and all, like the young boys there, plugging them there. Yeah. You mentioned them when you see them in the video.
Yes, I'm gonna let them know. Send this to them. And
so continue on. How would you answer that question? Somebody said, I want to be a politician. What else would you say to that person?
Yeah. So, introduce them to, different things.
Yeah.
Introduce them to. They can follow me. I can come up with a forum or a program or even an event where they can meet other young politicians. And where they can sit down and hear, okay, this is, and also hearing the stories of how they got there.
Yeah, like your story, how you got there, right?
Yeah,
that's why I did your background check on that.
I feel like I'm going to be an inspiration to a lot of people.
Well, this interview right now, when people see it, say the young girl that would say she'll watch this video on your website, or where you're going to do the video, and then they'll say, wow, it inspires, right? I almost like the fly on the wall, like people come up to you and they see your face and you're positive and you're real, right? Yeah, I'm real. You're not there like, okay, I've got 5 minutes to speak with you. Let's move on to the next person. No. I see it so often. It's just so, it's like, when you go for TIFF, you're all lining for hours to see something, and the good celebrities will come and spend time with them, and then and they walk into the building.
Or even if I go to an event, I'm staying for the full event. I'm not going to get a photo op and leave the event
talk about
like I was here.
Taste of the Dance Floor. You're that, right?
Oh,
I saw on the stage there. Your pictures on the stage. I was like, how'd you get that on there?
Oh, that was Taste of Ghana.
Oh, Taste of Ghana.
Yeah,
okay.
Taste of Ghana. Yeah. Shout out to the Ghanaian community. Ghanaians came. In an influx back then when I was a kid. The immigration system. So I'm really grateful for the Ghanaian community support. There's a lot of work to do within the Ghanaian community. We have a lot of youth. We want to have our own cultural heritage center as well.
I think you should.
We need a space for
I think everybody should. Yeah.
And also let it be inclusive as well, not only just for the Ghanaians, but just to include everyone. Yeah. It's time. Yeah.
It's time. That's good. Anything else you want to add for run for council?
Yeah,
I think we covered everything. I found everything on the list. Yeah, go to the website there.
Another thing I want to add is youth employment. There's so many pathways, skill training.
Yeah.
If you want to learn tech, if you want to learn something in STEM, so I really want to create pathways for youth to find employment. So yeah, voting is October 26th.
Yeah.
I'm also looking for more volunteers.
Okay.
I need an army.
You need army volunteers?
Yeah, so if you want to volunteer on my campaign team,
and what's I know in your list you said what you volunteer. What's in the curriculum? What as a volunteer? What choices you do?
So that's door knocking. If you're good with social media, join our social media team. If you're good with admin, responding to emails, phone calls, you can join that as well. Like I have a whole list on my website.
Yeah, and you have some events coming up, I believe.
Yeah, so
tomorrow, the Ghana one, right?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm starting my campaign kickoff, August 1st. So that will be exciting. That's at Elms Park, and then I have Ghana Fest at Elms Park. Sorry, Earl Bales Park. There, so I'll have a booth.
Is that on the same day?
Yeah, no, that's the next day.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, on the Sunday. Yeah, so I'll be there, and thank you so much, Phil, again, for your time.
So I'm going to go around, and I'm going to ask you a question before I turn the camera off.
Okay.
Tell the camera why they should vote for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
So why they should vote for you, Lorna?
Hi, everyone. Why you should vote for me. I'm a lifelong Torontonian. I've born and raised here in Toronto. We need a voice and a representation for the community, for all of Ward 7. We need change in the system of City Hall. We need fresh lens. I've worked for the city over 7 years. I know how it is on the front line. I want to be a voice. I want to fight for the things that we've been waiting so long to get, like affordable housing, reducing the cost of living with the food tax and property taxes as well. I've met so many constituents, and the story is still the same, that they need the support, but they don't have it. We need a fresh voice at City Hall. I'm here to be that voice and represent you all at Ward 7. I can't wait to connect, to see you on the other side. Please vote October 26th. We also have early voting October 11th, and can't wait to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorna. Thank